Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. You better believe it, I am back. You know, I woke up a couple days ago and I'm like, you know what? I really feel like recording videos again. I've been uploading, probably about a month and a half I've been uploading, clips from Twitch, sets that I've been doing, but I kind of wanted to start recording again. I kind of started to miss it. So I guess I meant to quit and move on from it, but it feels like it's a big part of my life and I just absolutely love doing it. So I decided, let's go ahead and come back now. As for my Scarlet and Violet videos, I'm still going to be doing those. Those are just going to be in shorts, which they have been. So if you like that, yeah, we're going to continue on with that. But with that being said, the team today is going to be Rayquaza, Groudon, and Xerneas. So it is going to be an expensive team. At the end of the day, we are in the Master League. Everything has to be level 50, right? So it is expensive, but at the end of the day, it's still a powerful team. I love Breaking Swipe on Rayquaza. I just finished it thanks to the Go Fest, so let's go ahead and dive right into the battles, and I just gotta find the battles. There we go. Let's begin. So see how we do. We do have a set for you today. It's going to be Rayquaza into Kyogre. This is an absolutely beautiful lead. They're going to switch out, and I'm going to respond immediately with Groudon. So Groudon has a great matchup here. I'm going to go straight for the Precipice Blades. If they want to shield it, so be it. But they actually let it go, maybe calling the Fire Punch, or maybe they just wanted to get some farm with Kyogre, which they will be able to do. Now, I had thought about baiting here as I was charging up. I decided not to. Because I thought they were going to shield, but they actually don't shield. So I'm glad I didn't bait, right? But I guess the reason they didn't shield was because they knew I had a Rayquaza coming in. So I'm actually going to go ahead and commit a shield here, just in case it's the Blizzard. I kind of lost count. Unfortunately, it's the Surf, but I knew I would have a Breaking Swipe against whatever's in the back anyway. Now, you could say this is a mistake. I am going for the Breaking Swipe bait, and they don't shield. Was that a mistake? It's debatable. I mean, obviously, debuffing them a couple times is really nice, which I'm going to be able to do. So they are permanently debuffed, and if I picked up a shield, it would have been nice, but at the same time, going for that Dragon Ascent would have been really good. Now, I thought I was in trouble here, right? We do have a mirror match, but I am down a shield. However, I could take a Moonblast, whereas they're really not in health where they could appreciate a Moonblast. They would not appreciate it at all, so they're going to go ahead and go for an attack. I figured this is definitely going to be the Moonblast. They're not going to go for the close combat and debuff themselves. Maybe next time they would go for the close combat, but I would rather shield up the play rough, right? So that's why I committed the shield, and I knew I was going to pick up both shields with 2 Moonblast attacks. But I'm continuing to overfarm, and they're going to go ahead and throw, but I'm going to be able to live this. And I'm going to throw my bait right now, my close combat, and see if they want to shield. Obviously, I'm banking on the shield, and my opponent will give me that shield, so I'm going to be able to reach my Moonblast and take this game. But that was actually a really close game. Again, perhaps, mistakes on my end. Obviously, throwing the Dragon Ascent would have either guaranteed me a shield, or I would have just taken the game there. Although Dragon Ascent, I guess, wouldn't KO, but it would get it very, very low. Okay, moving on, going up against my friend Toph, really strong battler. That's a terrible lead for me, obviously, right? Rayquaza into Xerneas, or even Zacian. Just a terrible lead. Any Charmele's are worst leads you can get. So she's going to go ahead and throw an attack on me and then switch out. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Moonblast right now with my Xerneas just to do the damage there. I want to get to the close combat, but no, she's going to go ahead and commit the shield. Well, not commit the shield. I'm going to commit the shield. She's going to throw the Side Strike. And what I'm going to do is throw the close combat. I figured, yeah, she definitely wants to win switch. So she's going to go ahead and give me that shield back. And she does. Can I make it? No, I cannot. So I'm just going to let Xerneas go. I could shield and get off a close combat, which would force her second shield. But it was a losing battle regardless. But I could farm down with Rayquaza right now. And I do just that. So very nice indeed. I know that Xerneas is coming in, so I'm going to swap out ASAP. And out comes Giratina. Okay. So Giratina coming in, I'm going to go ahead and immediately go for that Precipice Blades right now. No bait. It's a super risky bait. She doesn't shield. She could take a Precipice Blade, so there's really no reason to bait there. And I'm glad I didn't bait, right, because she didn't shield. She's going to go ahead and throw an attack. I'm just going to let it go. I figured what I need to do here is get a shield. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Precipice Blades. I figured she wouldn't shield this, and she does not. But the Xerneas comes in. So if I can get a Press of his Blades and force the shield, I possibly can get to the Dragon Ascent. That's going on in the back of my mind, right? So we do pick up that shield, and all I need is a Dragon Ascent right now. So I'm going to go ahead and commit the shield. I know a Moonblast is going to KO me. So I'm trying to make it. Rayquaza's going to win. CMP gets everything. And look at that. We tie to the next move, and I do get off my Dragon Ascent for the win. Let's go. Very difficult lead. Great battle, Soltoph. I battled her a few times. Always a pleasure. Let's move on to the next one. Going up against a Shadow. Ooh, okay. Shadow Mewtwo. I like it. I battled a few Shadow Mewtwo's. Very nice indeed. Side Strike is just going to absolutely destroy Rayquaza. The thing about Rayquaza is, even though this is level 50 Master League, Rayquaza really doesn't have the bulk to it. It's really, really frail. The Breaking Swipes, the Breaking Swipes do help it, because you're going to be able to debuff opponents, right? So that will help with its defense stats, I guess, but still, I'm going to be able to get to the Press of his Blades. Just going to go ahead and throw it. You could bait in situations like this, but as you saw a couple times, Press of his Blades landed, and I absolutely loved it. So, okay, out comes the Mewtwo, totally fine. I think, yeah, I do let it go. Okay, so I do go ahead and let it go. Gonna be that Side Strike. Can I make it? I can barely make it to the Fire Punch. You absolutely love to see it, unless if you're my opponent. Or if you're a friend of my opponent's, I guess, right? But Rayquaza is coming in. Unfortunately, I don't get my Dragon Tail through, so I'm going to go ahead and commit the shield. Keeping track of energy, out comes Xerneas. So I'm going straight for the Dragon Ascend right now, and I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So much damage. Of course, I'm going to go for it because shields are down, and my opponent cannot shield, right? So I landed that beautiful Dragon Ascend. It almost one-shots. Such a powerful move. But my opponent will concede, and that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Rayquaza into Melmetal. Not a good lead. All my attacks are resisted. Dragon Ascent would still do a lot, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's resisted. I do go into Xerneas because Groudon is just a great answer against Melmetal. Now, obviously, they could have Double Iron Bash. I usually don't expect it, but it's a possibility, and in this case, my opponent does not have it. My opponent's going to go ahead and throw another attack. I don't want to debuff myself just yet, so I actually went over 50 energy, which is actually pretty bad, but that's okay. I'm going to be able to throw this close combat, and they catch it on that Rayquaza. You got to give it up to your opponent sometimes. That was a great catch. Well played to them. I think I paused for a second to see if they would try and catch, and they were still able to, so really well done. I still pick up a shield, and look at that. I actually get to the Moonblast anyway because I do double resist Dragon Tail, and I KO that Rayquaza. They were probably hoping that it was a close combat, but I actually barely made it, literally hanging on. So that is fantastic for me. I got a shield, and I was able to KO it. So Dragonite is coming in. I really like my opponent's team. It's Double Dragon in the back with a Steel type in the lead, like Melmetal. Really nice team. But I'm going to be able to go for this Breaking Swipe right now, and my opponent will commit the shield. And we do see the switch into Melmetal, and now I'm going to bring out my Groudon. Trying to keep track of energy, right? My opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack. It's going to be a superpower. So because they're actually going to throw another superpower. So because they're going to, just debuff themselves, which makes sense because Rock Slide is resisted, right? I'm going to be able to throw a Fire Punch. I thought Fire Punch would KO. I actually think they live on 1 HP, but I'm still able to get the farm down. Yeah, they do live on 1 HP. I throw the Press of his Blades here. I think Fire Punch is the way to go, to be honest. Yeah, I think Fire Punch is definitely the way to go. It doesn't matter in this situation, but I think you just want to spam those Fire Punches. Yeah, I mean, because, Press of his Blades heavily resisted, so is Fire Punch, but I think Press of his Blades is double resisted, right? And then you have Fire Punch, which is single resisted, and you get to Fire Punch it's faster. So you definitely want to go for Fire Punch, but it never on my end. New time using the team, not a big deal. Okay, going up against Lugia. So this is really bad for multiple reasons. One, it's just bad for Rayquaza, but two, Xerneas is really the only answer you have for Lugia. Because Groudon doesn't really like Lugia at all either. I mean, you could spam those Fire Punches, but still, doesn't really appreciate it. So I was thinking about what I should do, and I'm still not sure the best approach. Now, I will say, when it comes to Lugia, usually it's in the back as a safe swap, and I think Lugia is a great safe swap. But in this case, obviously seeing it in the lead is very tough. Trying to get to that close combat, not able to get there. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. It will be the Precipice Blade, so that is a good shield. But still, again, I'm thinking, well, Groudon doesn't really like Lugia either, so, like, does it really matter if I win switch? They don't know that I have a Groudon in the back, but still, this Precipice Blade is easily going to KO, no doubt about it. So out it comes, down I go. I was actually debating on which one to bring in just because, like, maybe get energy and Groudon, maybe that would help me. But I did decide to bring in Rayquaza, just because I wasn't sure if I could Mudshot down before they got to an attack. So out comes Lugia, and I am able to make it to the Dragon Ascent. But because of how tanky Lugia is, it's going to be able to live that. And they actually switched at the same time I do, so that's a really good play by them. They anticipated that I was going to switch, and that's exactly what happened. So well done there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Precipice Blades. But yeah, I mean, the Aqua Tail is just going to KO me, right? And the Palkia is going to get to a move. It's actually not going to be Aqua Tail. It's going to be Draco, which easily KOs. But I know they have an attack, so I'm just going to concede there. And that is going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. But I did end up going 4-1 this set, which is really nice. You love to see it, right? I'll take that 4-1 gladly. Picking up a Croagunk. Let me know which league you're going to be playing in. If you don't have Master League Pokemon, you can play the Psychic Cup. You can see I'm approaching Veteran. But either way, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It feels really good to be back. Have a good day. Bye.